Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Amanda, and you are watching me work on my 12th segment of my first ever gouache painting. And right now I'm working on making this base more opaque and thicker. And then I have some other things that I would like to do. I measured this out into thirds, 1, 2, and 3. And it's roughly about 1.5 inches for each section. And I sort of drew in some lines. I don't know what's going on with me tonight, but I've tried filming this video like 6 times, so that's why I've had some progress here. And I'm just working along. I don't have much to say. I hope everyone had a nice weekend, and I had a good weekend. I don't know if I rescued it, but I found a lost doggie in my apartment complex, and she was really affectionate and gave me a really big infusion of pit bull kisses and loves. This creature was remarkable. She looked me in the eye, and she knew my soul, man. It was really amazing and intense and beautiful, and I loved this dog. So I took care of her for a little bit, and then today I found her owner. Remarkably, I walked her, and then her owner was driving out of the gate, and we were right there at the right time, and she's like, "Where'd you find my dog?" And I was like, wandering the parking lot, and she looked hungry and scared, so I mean, this dog came up to me and was like being super loving, so I couldn't just like let it wander up by itself. And yeah, so that's why I haven't made any videos in the last few days, because I've just been taking care of it and calling shelters and stuff. Ooh. Trying to do my best for the animal. And I was repaid with love. It was really great. And yeah. It's actually lighter down there. As you can see right there, it's like lighter. making art videos, I'm noticing that it's not just painting, it's not just talking and rambling to you. It's like I I do my makeup and I do my hair for videos, whereas before I would just, before I was making videos, I would just sit and um, not worry about what I was wearing. And now it's like I want to look good and make good art at the same time. So it's like I'm not just 100% focused on my art. And it's like, well, how's the balance? Like, of course I want to look cute, but that's not really what's important. It is, but it isn't. So it's about balance, and it's like, think about, oh, what am I going to wear today on my lesson? Or what jewelry? And that has nothing to do with my painting. And so that's just been interesting. I mean, if it were up to me, I would just sit around wearing my gray sweaters and my gray pants that have paint all over them and no makeup, but so much about life is looks, and I really struggle with that. I always have, because people, they build their impressions of you off of your looks and what you wear and what you have, and it drives me crazy, literally. You just gotta play the game, I guess, but what does that even mean? I don't know. But I guess I just gotta keep trying. Nothing wrong with always looking your best, or trying to, I guess. I think not Heisenberg. Is it Heisenberg, where it's like a principle of observation where the act of being observed changes the outcome of something. So, I'm being observed when I make my videos, and I don't know what it's changing. I mean, definitely what I wear, and I don't know. It's cool. I mean, I like making videos, so I'm just gonna keep at it. But it's like, it's 12:30 in the morning here, and I put on makeup at like 10 to sit around in my living room and make videos. Silly. And I had some spaghetti and garlic bread, so I burped, and you'll have to excuse me. And I had a crackle candle going, but it makes too much of a crackle because I dumped some of the wax out to make the flame bigger, and then it was too loud, so I figured that might be distracting. Okay. So, if you've been watching my last videos, then you will know that with gouache, you want to let each layer dry completely before applying another layer. Otherwise, you run the risk of picking up the paint that you've already put down, and you worked really hard to put that down, so you might not want to pick it up. But if you want to remove paint, like I'm going to up here, then it's a gift and a curse, this stuff. So let's see, what can I do now? I put down my one layer and I'm going to let it dry. Just have to let it dry. But I'm very happy with it, and it's always good when to paint, and I've worked on this thing. If I've done 11 segments, then that's 11 hours. That's a long time to work on one painting, kind of. And there's a point when you realize that you're closing in on finishing it, and then you're like, yeah, this is great. And we're almost there with this. So let's see, on my list of things to do, I did a brown layer, and I'm gonna, let's see, that's right there. I'm just gonna raise this by like a millimeter maybe. Working with the same green and brown that I've been working with. Can you see how it picked up the paint right there? That's because I went over it with a wet brush, didn't let it dry, and went over it again. That is what will happen to you if you do this. So be careful. And I was undecided if I want to stay in Vegas to finish my Bachelor's of Fine Art, but I decided to accept the admission, and I will be staying here for another year and a half at least, just to finish my degree. I got accepted for spring of last year, but after quitting real estate and my relationship ended at the same time, so I had two things that I put my heart completely into, like my heart, my savings, my soul basically, and neither of them worked out. And I was like, if I start going to school now without a break, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, I'm gonna seriously, like, literally lose my mind. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go to school. I don't wanna have a commitment right now. And I decided to take a year off and go skiing because skiing and snow makes me happy. And I did. And, I still worked my other job. And I made a lot of paintings last year, but I really needed some time to just do some soul searching. And when I went to Virginia last year with my dad, when I was there, I was like, okay, this is home. It's humid. There's summer crickets buzzing, and it's home to me. And I changed my phone number to a Virginia Beach phone number. I was like, okay, I might move here. I applied for some jobs, but it just wasn't the right time, I guess. And I like the school system here in Las Vegas. I went to CSN, Community College of Southern Nevada. They have some bachelor's programs, but it was pretty good. I got an associate's in Chinese Mandarin, and I also took 6 classes of fine art. there. So I'm a little ahead on the bachelor's. And I really liked the layout. I liked the teachers. I liked the curriculum. Especially the art history classes I've taken, I really loved them. So I'm confident that at UNLV I'll have a good time and I'll learn what I want to learn. They have two art history classes, and what I love about the UNLV art program compared to the other schools I've looked at, like I did look at ODU in Virginia Beach, but their art program seems so boring. No offense to anyone that goes there, but the UNLV program is just a better fit for me. It's a, I think, a solid year of electives, upper division electives, so it could be all studio time if you want. I don't know, I'm just really excited. And then I have a meeting tomorrow with the advisors. And yeah, two of the art history classes you can choose from like a bunch. And I want to take art of Japan and art of China because I love those the art there. But then after I finish my bachelor's, then I'll probably move home because I'm kind of ready now, but I need my dad's like just finish the degree and excuse me, spaghetti burps. And art degrees, in my opinion, are one of the best things you can get. People always say, oh, don't go to school for art. No, I'm telling you, go to school for art. You will not only learn technical skills and make cool stuff, but you will learn abstract thinking. They don't really teach you abstract thinking in school. And you learn to work with your hands. That's important. And you learn art history, which is the history of the world, and civilization and culture. So I think it's very valuable. And if you live in an area, in most big cities probably, there are lots of art jobs, lots and lots, and some of them pay really well. Like an art director job is like 80,000 and up. Like it starts at 80,000, so that's like pretty cool for doing art stuff. And then UNLV has a graphic design certificate that I might get, and then you're certified to do graphic design, and that's another pretty well-paying job you can get. And you can do freelance for the people that, you know, want to work from home like me. I mean, I know they say, oh, go to school for STEM. Well, not everyone wants to do that, you know. We need artists, we need dreamers, we need creative souls. And I would rather, even if I don't ever make anything out of my degree, I would rather end up being one of those waitresses with a bachelor's in art than a waitress with a bachelor's in something boring. That's just me. And I've only taken 6 classes, like I said, at CSN, and 3 of them painting, drawing, and two-dimensional design. Those are the only ones I've taken that are studio hands-on. And those 3 classes have improved my skills and knowledge so much. And it really it changes the way you look at the world, which, you know, is really important. Math it's black and white, cookie cutter, blah blah blah, boring. I'm sure I know some people love it, but art really teaches you a lot about the world. I'm going to bring this up a little more, and it's probably going to remove more of the paint. Oh well. So yeah. And then I wanted to go to summer school to get, I really just want to finish this degree as fast as I can. And there's 2 summer classes back to back that I would like to take, but it would cover up, it coincides with my Virginia trip with my dad. And that is the priority because he's so old. I need to hang out with him as much as I can, making these memories. And if you're military and you have a military ID and you're in the Virginia Beach area, and if you don't already know this, you can go to Fort Story, show your ID, and you can get on the base and you can go hang out at this beach for, I think, 2 hours is the limit for non-guests. But my dad and I, we stay at like this special little cabin. It's like a cabin they have, and I just walk right over to the beach, and so I get to hang out there as long as I want. There's no time limit. It's pretty great. And they have historic lighthouses, which my next painting lessons will be of these historic lighthouses on the base. So yeah, if you haven't been there and you have a military ID, I suggest you go. It's really cool. Wow! It's picking up the paint. I just want to work on certain areas, but I can't. With acrylic, you can put a layer down. No, you have to let acrylic dry too. Never mind. I might be rambling. I did have coffee all day, and I think today's my last day. I have to quit the coffee. Because it's aging my skin. Okay, stop working on the brown. Must stop working on the brown. I think I picked up some paint. There. Dang it. I would just refuse to take my own advice. But there's one summer class I'll take, one summer art class, and then I'm just going to try to finish it. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here and try to do as much of the white that I can. I can probably reasonably do a little touch up on here. Little touch ups there, and I can probably do this section, the first layer of it, and then right here. Don't look at my nails. I did a turmeric honey face mask, and it's a spice that's bright yellow, and it stains everything that it comes in contact with. So I need a new manicure. And I know it's late. I'll have to start making art videos around 3 and 4 p.m. because then the light comes through my patio, and it looks completely different during the day. It's really beautiful, and I'm really excited about it. And the progress I'm making on it. Let's see, maybe if this... Does that help? Sort of? Sort of. Let's see. I will grab a small brush here. So you can see what I do here. Move my reference over here. And let's see. I haven't ordered the zinc white yet, but I will. And I had to take my car to a new car place because the car shop that it was at, they've never fixed my car. They just keep telling me this is wrong with it, and then I pay for it, and then it's still not working, and then it's like, oh, well, now we need to replace this and this and this. And I'm like, just fix my car, and it's never been fixed. So I almost even said, like, is it even worth it to fix it? I don't know. I just want to sell it and be done with it and take buses everywhere and Ubers. I'm so tired of it. So I've been stuck here at home. But it's not been all bad. So this line, what's here? I don't know why this is so hard for me, this section, but it really is. Picked up paint I did not want to pick up. It looks like snowy hills rather than splashy mountains, so you're gonna need some work. Let's see where I'm at on time. 42. Okay, I'll stop here and then I'll start a new one. Bye.